Hi there, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, and I just finished reading all of your work from last week, and that was all about that story, The Most Dangerous Game. So, read it all and entered the grades and thought it would be easier to give you a video of the grade, what it was based on, things I considered, just little pieces of information like that. Okay, so if you go to School Loop, you'll see that there is um, uh, out of 100 is the grade for last week's work. And just want to point out some things here, like why 100? Well, it's just an easier number. Actually, the more correct number would be 60 or 70 points, but that's kind of an unwieldy number. And what does a number represent when it's out of 70? It's a lot easier to understand when it's out of 100. So a little bit of inflation going on there, but that's the reason behind it. So just a reminder that this is what the scale is right here. So if you go to School Loop and you see that you have a 85, you'll know that that corresponds to a B. Okay, if that helps you out here. Also want to point out that 5 of you did the extra credit opportunity, and that is that you wrote a little fictional extra related to The Most Dangerous Game. I included that score in the overall 100 score. So there actually are a few of you who had over 100 points because your story was pretty substantial. Okay, so what is this 100 score based on? And it is these things. One is you had 3 assignments. One of them was you read or listened to the story, and then you had an overall reaction to it. That was the first document. A more important document was the second one, where I asked you a lot more detailed questions. So I gave more weight to that. And the last was there was a discussion question. So the way I graded them, and by the way, I read every word that everybody wrote. I put up 3 different screens, and I would look at each of you how you did that assignment, and the third one. So I had all 3 up for each student, looked at all that you did, and then came up with a grade based on that. What I was looking for were things like screen's a little off here. I'll put it down here. Things like were you detailed with your answer? Was it long enough or just the bare minimum? Was there even a personal touch and some emotion behind it? But I'd say if there's anything, it was mainly this detail. How much specificity did you put in there rather than just some generality that could apply to anything? If you go to School Loop and you see that you have either a low score, if it is a low score, it probably means that one of the 3, especially that second one, wasn't included in there. So go back to school or go back to Google Classroom, see that you uploaded all of the assignments. If you didn't do it, if you have a 0, the school policy is that you can make things up. If you do that, fine, great, but you have to tell me. There's no alert that's sent to me from Google Classroom that somebody did something. No, I have no notion at all that you have done late work unless you let me know about it. Okay, and the last thing is just to tell you that right now we are moving on. So we're now into the second week after the break, and this is a little bit different in that you have a little bit of poetry, and the longer assignment is the book that we're embarking upon, and you are reading the first chapter, and there are questions associated with all of that. My encouragement for you is to take it a little bit at a time, but really try to get started with it early in the week. Most of you like this setup of I give you the work on Monday and you can do it at your own pace. It has to get to me by the end of the week. On Sunday, I will continue to do this pattern unless it doesn't work, where I read your work the following Monday and Tuesday. It seems to take me about a day and a half to read through everything. Okay, so once again, in summary, go to School Loop. You'll see what grade I assessed you out of 100 for the most dangerous game. Here is the scale. what was it based on, and a few more things about this and the late policy that the school has. Okay, thanks. Bye.